well met, sir. Mayhap I'll buy me a farm.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
These writings could be of import. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest. At last! I thought we'd never find one. The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Back's not acting up today.
Something smells divine.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town. If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same. 'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Interested in my wares? Well, have enough to do.
Oh, a ferry stone. That in hand, we can leap from one end of the kingdom to another in a trice.
I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? They're hard to find, aren't they? Well, if you happen across one, I'll be here.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
got something for me? I'm dead on my feet. Maybe... Maybe I'll keep right here.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
I
Living's
ought
hard,
to be getting home.
but dreams are free, I say.
I'm in no hurry to leave. Neither heaven nor
Not sure what got me out of bed at this hour.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once. Catching naught but fry of late.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Now, who talk with?
Do you need anything?
Hasn't anyone got coin to spare?
The hours and times ready tomorrow.
Now, there's no debilitation a curative cannot mend.
Good to see everyone in such fine spirits.
Love waking up knowing anything can happen.
The hunting for one
Days
day.
like this will be glad to be alive.
Dirt and roots make for poor
My
people.
boss will forgive me for last night's scuffle. I swear I've not blinked once.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know. Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Now this is to dust the shelves.
Lots gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, gather round! Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master. Storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go.
Interested in my wares?
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Look yonder, toward the sea. I espy a distant shore, a land untravelled. For good or ill, we cannot truly know what awaits us till we tread the land ourselves.
Quit acting so chummy.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen. No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
In a bad way. But never did I expect to see an entire basket of saurians picking out bones.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. Are we all in the same boat? Good work.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
Not a bad idea. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back. Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. An excellent find. The more of these we have on hand, the more freely we can use them. What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Yeah, asking for it. Yeah, asking for it.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
More where that came from?
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Cut that out, will ye? I'll teach him a lesson he won't soon forget.
Let me be the creature's corpse will serve us well. Be sure to aim true. My magics are at your disposal. Count on me to keep you safe. Strike with lightning's might. Spare no effort against this foe, lest it suck and feast and eat. Think of it, though. We've got the beast reeling. If we keep this up, we'll knock its feet right out from under him. Marshal needs to charge! We avoid provoking this creature. It will prove a much greater challenge to Pearl if insists. You'd best spell it quickly, or else wait till its fury subsides. It will seem on foe and not their thing. Ha! They don't know against that now. I shall need to charge.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Goblins approach!
We cannot be too careful.
Just what's needed. There's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. We've stumbled into Saurian territory.
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
This is just what's needed.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
My subjects are at your disposal.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Did anyone else see that? Orc catches the light. Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Not like a cure. Fill one with vim. With this, my magics are yours to wield.
Was this ox cart a sail? Is it a dreadful state?
The roads are hardly safe. No room for carelessness.
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
Come on,
Come
then.
on! Don't
Don't go soiling yourself.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure,
Wait the fight!
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
at last, a chance to use this.
An impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off, Arisen?
Well, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing.
Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
We need only hone our skills, and in time we shall be indomitable. Is as you say.
Masterfully done!
Would that we might always be so in step, eh? Surely this is a jest. All that effort, I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true. Bookmaster, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight, for all I've stuffed myself.
Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
It is well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
A hidden path? I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it.
Best live. Am I the only one? A fantastic find. I wonder whether my master from beyond the rift managed to find that. Somehow I dreamt it.
To have taken a hit.
I've got you. Use this chance to recover. This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
Am I expected to pick that up? If I must.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry. I had a feeling that rest would do us good. Try not to get hit. Let's call that Viv and go the way. The creature's corpse will serve us well. Are you certain you can manage it? It is an awfully long shot.
think I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again. The cavern's depths lie ahead. Onward? We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed. 'Tis easily done. Strike with the power of lightning! This is just what's needed. Good work. That was impeccably timed, Arisen. Treasure chest. I can hardly wait to open it. That's heavy as a sack of rocks. There might even be a few in here. I've got to stop picking up every little thing. Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap. Be sure to keep your wits about you.
What a fascinating way to end a fight. This will serve for a fine tale when I rejoin my master beyond the rift.
Unbelievable. With this, my magics are yours to wield. Magics are at your disposal. At first glance, it seems impassable, but unless I am mistaken, an alternate path is close at hand. Get me, Look, Master! Goblins!
Let us see what you're made of.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye? This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts. I say we give it a push and see what happens. What luck! 'Tis a chest!
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks. Well, well, that's quite a discovery. Master, it would be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items. Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our picky... at market and toss them aside.
Full glad I am to see the sky again.
No tale of adventure would be complete without a good cave.
That's just what I was thinking.
I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true.
It's no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Be they friend? Clearly not.
A decent spot to make camp. Assuming there are no monsters. Resting when away. The secret has been a long journey.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
Forgive me, Arisen. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
So it goes.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Count on me to keep you safe. Over so soon?
We'll want to make it over there, but how to close the distance? If we grab hold of our foe in flight, might it not carry us where we want to go?
sun descends. Night will be upon us soon. Ears pricked. It will be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone. Breakstone shards are treasures to be prized, though only when made whole can they work their magic. We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. Turn you into a pincushion! Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me! No! I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead. Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
That wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
What's this all about?
What a bother.
Vernworth is in our sights at last.
Perhaps we might wander the streets for a time, till we've regained our strength.
I knew it to be so. I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Right, though no definitive records remain.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Uh-huh. There's something written here. It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah, I see you have a great sword with you. A fine weapon. You may now change your vocation to warrior, if you wish. If you would prefer to register a sorcerer, you will need to acquire an archer staff. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a great sword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
Never for a moment did I doubt you'd grow strong. A resounding success.
Moments. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Have you found any of the items we discussed?
But chance.
Do come again.
Just think. First our foes shall see of you will be an arrow in their breasts. May your arrows fell many a flying fiend.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads? Despite the hour, you know where to find me. Good evening, sir. I try. Trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the... Much obliged. Well met, sir.
Lots to do. Have a precious little time.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Are you in the market for something in particular?
Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Let's take it easy.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
Peruse at your left.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Uh-huh. There's something written here. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
There is a rumour whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable, but in time we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the Gracious Hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them. Even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Indeed, you are correct.
This isn't much to go on.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
That's it. I've had enough. Clear off. And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly.
But I've got the coin. I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand, master.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin. Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? Are you sure? Oh, many thanks. I shall repay you anon, you've my word.
Not you again. I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, if you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is the one you've been eyeing, isn't it? Go on then, take it.
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He claimed he would repay you in full, but surely a lad of his age cannot muster such a sum.
Our soldiers need better.
Still too early to set out.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
I could do this all day.
An ogre comes.
I've up no advantage. Are we all in the same boat?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Well done.
Victory is ours for the taking.
Yes!
Seems we have enraged our foe.
Reckless opponents make for easy prey.
Of course. The moment of indecision may spell our doom.
So it goes.
I will protect you.
You'll not live to regret this.
Sharpen your metal!
All together now. The attack as one.
Marshal, lead the charge! Of course.
Allow me, master. This foe shall fall by my hand. First and foremost, we'll want logical balance. Who's a much easier target when lying prone.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Feast your eyes on this! Oi! What are you playing at?
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my special.
Leave off. Make it quick. I ain't got all day.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. Try not to get bit. Go to waste. Let my magics grant you an element of food.
Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing. Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Surely not.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
I understand the inclination, Arisen. Camping is one of life's simple pleasures after all.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Someone's begging for a basting.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I shan't let them harm you.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
You lightning's fangs!
One of us is being drenched.
Masterfully done! Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. I shan't allow any further harm to come. Let my magic use your weapon with the fury of the elements. Not bad. Well done.
What? You don't look like much.
I'll fight till the last.
Much obliged. Take this, with my thanks.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Look, Arisen, a ballista!
'Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagined would be most beneficial in combat.
Shall I assist?
I shall see it done.
Feast your eyes on this!
Truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I'll take you! Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different... creations.
Where are the Saurians? Our foe holds the cold. We'll want to use ice against it.
You hold the enemy's focus, and I shall strike them down.
We are at our best when we combine our strength.
One of us has been drenched.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
I will protect you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
into light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
Right where it hurts!
That was hard won.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
Abundant of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and...
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
At last. I thought we'd never find one.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long. I can't see lightning fangs! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Here we go again.
We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
By your leave.
On them, Arisen, and I'll strike them down.
Well, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Pleasant surroundings make for pleasant
Don't you e'er tire of running to and fro?
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Shall we report back now?
How glad I am to see you. What brings you here, my friend?
I'm not sure what's best.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
If you see aught untoward, pray inform me.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
lightning on your side. I shan't let them harm you.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
I quite agree. Best we recuperate our strength before we set off again.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel it breathing for days apart. Just warm up your soul. Do try not to catch cold. Nicely done.
Splendid.
Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I've you to thank for that new recruit, aye? The lad's well eager, he is. He fears naught, and he follows my commands with nary a word of complaint. Soldiers like him boost the morale of all around them. His presence bodes well, and I've you to thank for it. There's just one problem. Seeing a lad so spirited, so foolhardy, makes me recall a time when I was much the same. Sets my blood to boiling, you see. Makes me yearn for a bout with a skilled combatant. Need I explain further? I test my steel against yours, friend. What say you? Care to spar with me a bit? Glad to hear it. Follow me, then. Think of it like a game. Whoever steps out first, loses. Simple enough, eh? Seeing as you're no warrior, you do well to strike when I'm off balance. Let's begin. Fight well. That was well fought. You're even stronger than I'd anticipated. I dare say I needed that. You've my thank. I've ne'er met anyone like you. You've done more for me this past while than anyone I've known has e'er troubled to. A commendable sort you are. Would that I had some way to repay you for all the good you've done me.
Sir Baron, you must come, and quickly. A goblin pack has descended over by the rope bridge. We're in need of your aid.
My thanks for the report. I'll go at once. Goblins can be dastardly. We'll have need of capable fighters. The more, the better. I'd fain have you at my side, friend, if you'd be willing to join the fray.
Wait! I here! Watch my back! I'm not going to take that from you.
You have no right. Let me think on this.
There's no easy thing. I'd hasten home, Were this not my duty?
Then I shall remain by your side.
You have my protection. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I did my best to match your skill, Master. Here we go again.
Give no quarter. Understood. Feast your eyes on this!
What was that? Randall! What happened? Speak to me, lad!
Sir, we managed to fell the goblins, but then a Cyclops charged us out of nowhere, wounded and enraged. We stuck the beast with arrows till one of them pierced its eye. It fled, but I've no doubt 'twill return.
Never mind that, lad. You survived, and that's what counts. Let's get you back to the encampment, aye? Twould seem my days of peace are at an end. Do you recall the soldier we met on the road? He was rather badly injured in the goblin melee. They'll want me to take responsibility for that, I just know it. Shan't be long before I'm forced to resign from my post. I doubt such a thing would be asked of any human instructor. But I'm bestian, aren't I? There's no fighting it. But I'll be damned if I let the troops suffer on my account. In the time that remains to me, I'll get them trained up as best I can.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
This shan't go down well.
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I gladly see you put what I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. I grant you lightning's fangs! These flames will resurrect as long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I'll gladly smash every last one!
It's this way.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make, though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
What am I to do?
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But... Enough about me.
Always a pleasure.
It's this way.
The sight of yon ox...
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Now here's a welcome.
I'm a goner.
Come on, try me.
Hear that thundering gate? 'Tis a cyclops.
I shan't let them harm you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Fear not. Well,
Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge! Understood.
You're gonna regret that.
Ah, material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Now's our chance!
Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
The paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable.
My legs are stiff as boards after training. The best quality
I'm
sold
dead on
now.
my feet. I might treat us to a roast tonight. You sickles.
No, you've naught to fear. I don't bite.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty. I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Seems like. I'm at ease here.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation. Come see me anytime. Do come again.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
It is not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Are those bats I espy?
It is our first freshly rested as we are. This battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
You have my protection.
The paths to victory are myriad in number. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable.
Well done, Master.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Feast your eyes on this!
Not an enemy to be taken lightly. You must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
So it goes.
You haven't forgotten us, have you, Master? I shan't let them harm you. I grant you lightning's fangs.
Miscalculated.
Hang in there. Just a moment.
Thank you, Arisen.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
You see, our fight is not yet done. Battle cannot be avoided. Fight or die. Fear not. Well done. Let my magic grant you an elemental food. Poison is a nasty affliction.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge!
Of course.
Strike with lightning on your side!
Our foe has been knocked off balance! Grab hold! Strike to the ground!
I shall lead the charge!
No! The Arisen has been poisoned!
carefully to determine our best strategy here.
This. Bring the feet down. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Don't waste your bit in case. The key to besting a foe that's smarter than us is to arrest its movement.
First watch, then act. This is a sound strategy.
Understood.
One of us has been poisoned.
Here.
'Twas most effective. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements. Despair. I'm coming to your aid. In a few words. We've got the beast reeling. If we keep this up, we'll knock its feet right out from under it. So fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Poison is a nasty affliction. Do we mean to press on? Feels like our odds here. Well now, I'm not sure.
as there is such a thing as too much sleep.
Continue our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon topple.
I shall lead the charge!
Not far to go now. Keep your focus. Our bow has been thrown off balance.
Now let us finish this! Bring the feet down! Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! I did it, Arisen! For the whole of the creature! Splendid. No! The Arisen has been poisoned! I shan't let them harm you. Let my magics grant you an elemental...
Pull together now. The attack has won.
I shall lead the charge! Of course. I'll put an end to this foe master.
This foe excels in imparting its fell venom. Even its raids can prove debilitating.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Was a trial indeed. One we surpassed with skill.
Of course, the fight would have been lost without you, Arisen.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
You've given me much to think about. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
they'd have learned from that last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
I shan't allow any further harm.
Keep on them, and I'll strike them down.
Well, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen!
A useful bauble, the ferry stone. It will allow us to travel vast distances in an instant.
It's not an item to be squandered.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Twas but a trick of the light.
Very well. I shall return. A profitable endeavor.
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed. If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist? Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. It is in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Keep your eyes peeled, and beware of dark corners.
By your leave. An astounding discovery. Indeed. For being so observant.
One of us has been poisoned. Well done.
curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Keep an opening. Focus your...
I shall lead the charge! By your leave. We spare no effort against this foe, lest we suck on bitter attack. We must rally! Panicking will only play to the enemy's advantage. I shan't let them harm you. Watch your footing, Master. Losing your balance on an incline this shot would be perilous. Wait right there. I'll put an end to this bowmaster.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Look out, wizard! We're under attack!
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Can't wait to find out what's inside.
No rest for the weary, it seems. We will be hard-pressed to find victory here if we cannot heal our wounds. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
I grant you lightning fast!
Expecting mercy.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Let us proceed with caution.
Allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic
it is best to live and let live.
Master, are you unharmed?
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
More of the same, it seems.
Full glad I am to see the sky again.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
That's just what I was thinking.
I will protect you.
Strike with lightning on your side!
Feast your eyes on this!
Would that such tranquility could last. Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
By fighting. I fear I've disappointed you, Arisen.
The failing was mine as well. We shall both have to be more careful. Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
I quite agree. Best we recuperate our strength before we set off again. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
two of you know what you're doing. Let them harm you. Must you run so fast? Goblins, Master! They have no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Lightning's fangs!
Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge! By your lead.
Strike me if you can.
May spell our doom!
It seems we have enraged our foe.
A reckless opponent makes for easy prey. Understood. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure it was excellent. I could have done no better. Let my magic infuse your weapon with the fury of the elements.
To regret this. That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Some variety would be nice, if we must fight.
I'll lay down my arms and pray.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the memory of falling in battle haunts me still. Would that I could forget it.
Dwell not on the past. Focus on... We found a hidden path. This sort of discovery really lifts the spirits.
Do you mean to proceed? My, you're a bold one.
A worthy accomplishment.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side! You have my protection!
Outstanding.
Feast your eyes on this!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
an elemental boon.
You hold the enemy's focus, and I shall strike them down.
We are at our best when we combine our strength. Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
You lightning's bounds!
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
True enough.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melve? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
I quite agree.
Here we are.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin, then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spending money. Pray, take this for now. You'll have more when next we meet. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Welcome. Am I shedding? Must be my ridiculous growing in.
Would that I could spend all day here. What else needs doing?
Let's see. Well met, sir. Can't work his way to any mistakes this time.
Well met. You are come to shack. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to... The foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
Welcome.
Myself drawn to quiet spots like this.
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly?
Right, though no definitive records remain.
Well met, sir. Suppose I ought to know. None of us is guaranteed tomorrow, as long as you think it's just like.
Oh dear. What am I to do? I worked hard today. I think I've earned it. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Time to be heading home.
Even I know when to shut the trap.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
I've been on my feet.
Now, where was I bound again?
Try all I might. I can't. Couldn't hurt to rest my feet. Couldn't hurt to rest my feet.
Oh, tell me I haven't got any leaves.
No troubles.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
'Tis as you say.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Really scary? I've never seen one.
Let me be the one to collect it.
Alms
just
for the
thinking
poor.
about it.
Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
A short repose would do me a world of good. Wickedness has no hold upon places such as this ought to be protected. 'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. Good day, sir.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
What should I do?
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
I get the sense I oughtn't be here.
Face it. No one's coming to my rescue.
Your eyes on my back, watching me.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Adventuring's a grand way to...
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
Invited yourself into my company, I see.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I wonder what lies at its bottom.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
On, have a look.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Well, I ne'er.
Fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Go on, have a look.
Listen up, you lot. Albert, king of beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
Interested in my wares?
Unprepared. I'm off. Do be quick. I fear my time is in short supply.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermont, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
Just be sure you mind your manners.
Walk into peril unprepared.
Mind moving along? Got to keep my eyes on the flame.
don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But it's easy enough. I should know, I've done it. I pity those content to be beaten by
It's all watching me. I swear it.
Perhaps a
Go on, have a look.
What would you of me?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is best met with stiff drinks and cheery hearts, I say.
I do the same thing every single...
Oi, keep your distance.
I'll carefully conserve my strength. I think I've earned a rest. The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent...
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Suppose that's enough for one day. I ought to be getting home.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Somehow my feet always...
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I'd sooner stay out of the back where it costs.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Wouldn't say no to a nice, juicy beast steak.
All the best tales come from travellers at the inn.
Pleasant spot to while away an afternoon.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Still a while to go before we shift's over.
My best is good enough. Lettering all day is tiring work. Always another errand to see to.
What should I get up to today? My stomach's growling. Not a touch.
By your leave, Arisen.
This is not my intent.
If I could, never be.
I can see myself.
Could use a dash of salt.
Suppose I ought to move on.
Very well. I shall await further orders.
Afraid it ne'er put gold in my pocket. I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
What do ye want?
All I've got left are my aches and pains. Not much going on.
Wood. Oh.
Off wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud sire of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again? I'll not indulge you in fruitless prattle.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm
With that thought of interest would happen.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
Sometimes this is the only place I can.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
This is where I come when life gets.
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir. I'm not accustomed to speaking with
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You've pushed your luck too far.
Just let it end. I don't want to think anymore.
You need a permit to enter Batal, but they've become quite difficult to acquire of late, unless you're a merchant. Mind, rumor has it that it's easier for beastrons to obtain them. Perhaps because Batal's more of a beastron nation. That's led to some people acquiring beastron masks, of all things. Seems a bit much, if you ask me. Come to think of it, I've nary a clue as to where one would go to apply for a permit to begin with. What was it I had planned for the morrow? Not much going on hereabouts.
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir.
I do not believe we are acquainted.
Understood. I will await you here, Arisen.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now?
Bunch of sluggards.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Teach them a lesson they won't soon
Aye? What do you want?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
What did I had planned for the morrow?
Aye? What do you want?
Something smells different.
What's your problem?
I'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
Not sure why
Let me be the one to collect it.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell. Oh, I don't need this right now.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. Been a while since I heard a good story.
What do you want?
This is more than I can bear.
All this quiet makes me come o'er anxious. That's it. I've had enough.
Greetings.
Let me alone, why don't you?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Wonder if I could let
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
I'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
I can't solve all your problems, you know.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Not much going on hereabout.
Fancy a look at my wares? Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory.
And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, hope to see you again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.